The average enterprise legacy system is over 20 years old. It costs more to maintain than it did to build, and yet most companies keep running it. Not because it works well, because no one is confident enough to touch it. That fear has a price, and it grows every quarter. Legacy systems don't fail dramatically. They slow you down, sprint by sprint, until every new feature becomes a negotiation with the past. Your stack is outdated. Your dependencies are barely maintained. New engineers need weeks just to understand the codebase. There's no documentation, and the knowledge lives in people's heads, or nowhere at all. So you stop building and start maintaining something you didn't design. The instinct is always the same. Rewrite everything. Clean slate, modern stack, fresh start. We've seen this play out many times. The rewrite starts with optimism. 18 months later, the old system is still running. The new one isn't finished, and the team is exhausted. The problem was never the technology, it was the approach. What actually works is understanding what you already have before making any decisions. Companies looking for legacy system migration strategies or ways to reduce technical debt without a full rewrite need one thing first: clarity. This is where AI does the work no engineer wants to do manually. At Boldar, we use AI to give teams a clear picture of their system before a single line is changed. AI scans the codebase, maps dependencies, detects risk patterns, reconstructs missing documentation. It handles the analysis. Engineers stay in control of every decision. That distinction matters because the ultimate goal is to make the modernization safe. Modernization is not one big move. It's a series of controlled steps, each one reducing risk before the next begins. Here's how Boldar approaches application modernization in practice. First, understand what exists. AI maps the full structure. What's connected to what, where complexity concentrates, where the hidden dependencies live. Not assumptions, actual architecture. For teams dealing with undocumented legacy code bases, this step alone changes what decisions they're willing to make and how fast they can make them. Then, prioritize ruthlessly what needs to change, what can stay, what should be left alone, at least for now, because not everything needs to be touched, and touching the wrong thing creates more problems than it solves. The output is a risk map, not a to-do list. For organizations trying to reduce software maintenance costs, knowing what not to change is just as valuable as knowing what to fix. Then, choose the path. Not the trendiest one, the safest one. Boldar's default is incremental migration. That is evolving the system module by module without stopping the business. This is the approach teams are looking for when they ask how to migrate legacy software without downtime, or how to modernize step by step. You don't replace everything. You improve what matters most. Then comes the work: refactoring, upgrades, migrations, done in controlled stages. Each change is tested before the next one starts. The system doesn't stop. What already works stays working. This is what legacy system refactoring without business disruption looks like in practice. Not a big bang, a series of safe, deliberate moves, each one building on the last. And when the migration is done, the work doesn't stop. AI agents continue to monitor the codebase. They detect issues before they become incidents, flag accumulating technical debt before it becomes a problem. The system stays clean, not because someone remembered to check, but because it's built into the process. This is what sustainable software maintenance looks like after modernization. Legacy systems don't have to block your growth. Ignoring them will. If you're searching for a way to modernize your application stack without halting the business, the starting point is always the same. Understand what you have, not what you think you have. Once you can see the system clearly, everything else becomes a decision, not a guess. That's what Boldar helps you do. If you want to know what your legacy system really looks like, start with a Boulder audit. No commitment beyond that, just clarity on where you stand and what it would take to move forward. Link in the description.